Welcome back to a new episode of The Hofacker Show. I got two great guests with me today. All the way on the right in the red hoodie, Peebo, or his first name is Pablo. He is a rapper, upcoming rapper.
Upcoming from the 386.
From the 306?
From the 386.
386.
386. That's the area code.
Man, myth, the legend. We got Jacoby.
Jacobo.
It's okay. That's what it happened.
He is the brains and the head behind a clothing company called Magoo.
Yeah.
And is based out of Colombia, right?
Yeah, so all the shirts are manufactured in Colombia. So I went out there my freshman year of high school to learn how shirts are made and everything that goes into it. So that's where they're made, and then we import them here. And I'm basically established in Orlando, just importing products.
We'll get into that in a second, but I just want to introduce those guys. We're going to be talking about his clothing company, Peebo's music. Before we get started, before we get things going, if you guys are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so.
And that like button.
Do it now.
Before we get going, because then before you know, we're rolling for a good 2.5 hours. So.
And you're sleeping. I'm joking.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys are listening on Apple and Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave a review out of 5 stars. Let's get things going. So we'll start off with Peebo. So where did you grow up?
I was born in Lake Mary. I grew there. I was there for 6 years. Then I moved to Sanford for 2. And then in 4th grade, I moved to Deltona. And that's the 386. Shout out to 386.
Deltona. So you've been in Deltona ever since?
I've been in Deltona ever since. For 13 years, I went to this school called Forest Lake for elementary. Then Deltona Middle, which is where I met Jacobo.
Oh, so you guys met in middle school?
Yeah, we met in middle school.
Oh, wow.
We've been kicking it for a while.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah. And then University High School. That's where we graduated.
That's right down the street from.
No, that's the Orlando one. There's another one up north. There's 2 University High Schools.
It's in Orange City. If you
Orange City.
Orange City.
It's up in Volusia County.
Yeah.
Above Sanford.
Really? I didn't know there was 2 high schools.
But yeah, that's where I grew up in. That's where I was raised in. But my mom's Colombian and my dad's Puerto Rican. So when I was young, I was always traveling over there. Okay. I went to Colombia 12, 13 times. Puerto Rico 7.
Colombian and
Puerto Rican. Yeah, I got that little mix on me.
I don't think I've ever met somebody with those two blended together.
I'll be in Colombia and I tell them that I'm Puerto Rican and Colombian and they're like, oh my God, what a mix. Really? Yeah, I'm like, ah.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2. I have a sister and a brother. They're both older than me. They're half. We have different moms.
So you're the youngest?
I'm the youngest. I'm 19. I'm a little baby.
You're in school, right?
Yeah, I'm in school. I'm in Full Sail right now in a recording arts program, trying to be an audio engineer just so I could track myself for my music and so I could track other people too. Because, I don't know. I've always been I've been, recording music since I was, 16. I made a studio in my room.
We make it live, man.
We be turning up at the studio.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the foam thing?
We have it on the microphone, so it's like a foam wall.
Okay.
On the mic, so
yeah. We'll get to know Jacoby and then we'll go back to music with you. So
Jacobo.
Jacobo.
You could say Jacob.
All right, I'm gonna just say Jacob.
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
true. That's
Make it easier so I don't keep messing up. So Jacob, where are you from? Where'd you grow up? And then kind of your family background.
Yeah, so my parents are both from Colombia too.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
So they immigrated here before I was born. And then I think I was born in Sanford.
Sanford.
Yeah.
Where's that?
About here.
Yeah.
Oh, in Florida?
Literally,
I was thinking
10 minutes away.
No, yeah, it's here in Florida.
Okay. I thought it was a different state. Like Detroit or something.
I grew up in Deltona too.
When did you move from Sanford to...
When I was young, man. I think when I was 3 years old. Yeah. So I've basically lived in Deltona almost my whole life.
So then you met Peebo in middle school.
Yeah.
We weren't
through
friends,
a mutual friend.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, we
so
had a middleman.
When you guys initially met, were you guys
He didn't like me.
I didn't like him, dude.
Really?
He didn't like me
This
at
guy's
all.
such a dickhead. Who is this kid,
People
bro?
hate me. People get bad first impressions for some reason. I don't know. I guess I come off strong or something. I don't know.
Nah.
People think I'm I don't know.
I just thought he was cocky, bro.
People think I'm really mean and stuff. I don't know.
No, there's a big difference between confident and cocky.
Oh no, I see that now. I see that now.
Nah, people.
But
I'm catching the vibe. He's very confident.
Yeah, I'm just like comfortable, I guess. I'm always comfortable in my.
Yeah, don't ever lose that.
Yeah, I love that. But people like will get the wrong vibe and they're like, "Oh, he thinks he's the shit" or something. I'm like, "Nah, just living." Just
Yeah, I'm doing me.
Yeah, literally.
Did you go to the same high school as him?
yeah, we both went to university. Yeah, we had a few classes together actually. We took like biology. I think that was it. No, and then
Biology, marketing,
Dude.
and history.
The first one actually taught us. Yeah, he like I remember
He was a good marketing teacher.
we were in there and he's like, we could either do packets and you guys just read off the textbook, or I could actually teach you if you want to learn.
Like a teacher will either influence you or just like make you do work. And that teacher was like the type of person that was like, okay, I want to do something
Yeah.
with my life. And yeah, he was a really good teacher.
So do you think by him introducing you guys to that stuff, do you use that stuff to now what you're doing?
I'll tell you what, it definitely made me more passionate about like my company. Because, you know, when you learn, you start getting into it. It's like writing a paper. Like, you don't really want to do it until it starts adding up and then it
Catch
starts
momentum.
flowing. Yeah.
And then it catches fire, and then before you know, you're in too deep.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, dude, one of like the first. I'm trying to remember what I learned from his class. Something I remember is like
it was red. Red is
Yeah.
like red does
color
something in your
red.
brain, and it was showing like all the companies that use red, and like McDonald's is like a huge one, and like red activates your brain. It like releases dopamine or serotonin.
Is that
or
why you
something.
picked that color hoodie right now?
That's why we're right
he
here.
wanted the pink one though.
I wanted the pink one, but like I'm fucking with red too. No cap.
Where are you studying at now?
I go to Rollins. Do you know where that is?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in Winter Park.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a beautiful campus.
It's
I
really
love it.
nice. It's small, but it's a nice.
Yeah, I was getting looked at them for basketball. First thing, I didn't even care about the basketball part. The campus was just like, oh my god,
It's nice.
that's the spot.
Yeah.
So how many classes do you take there?
I have 4, but it's like I commute.
So what is that drive for you?
With traffic, it's like 40 minutes. Cause I have a class at 8 a.m. So it's like,
Ooh, and is it on Monday too?
yeah. yeah. Tomorrow, man.
For sure. And are you guys freshmen, sophomores?
Freshman,
Freshman,
basically.
yeah.
right?
Both freshmen.
We
Yeah,
just
dude.
graduated
Yeah.
like 2021.
Right, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
the same boat ago. I'm a freshman too.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were older, dude.
Yeah, you look older.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
swear.
mean, I'm trying to grow a beard out. You know? Let's just keep going. So, your clothing brand, this is what you want to be doing that'll get you income, like for the long run.
definitely. I'm really passionate about it. Yeah. It's tough because I've spoken to my dad and he's like, you got to figure out what it is you want. Like, you could be a CEO, you could be a salesman, you could design, and then like stick to one thing and create a group. I'm kind of like a sole proprietor right now, trying to learn a little bit about everything. Like running it on my own, basically. Right. But yeah, dude, it's definitely something I'm very passionate about.
When did the idea of Magoo start?
Like, yeah, middle school, going into freshman year. Yeah. And then, but it wasn't legit until like sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's when you made your first.
Yeah,
shirt?
that's when I made my first collection.
Originally, was the name what it is now?
Yeah.
There was no prototype names or
It was
really.
always Magoo.
Yeah, like that name came to me and then I just started drawing graphics and implementing that name on those designs. I was just like, dude, this is sick. And I would ask people, because I have 2 older brothers, like I said. And
Like, what do you think of this? Yeah.
I would ask them and their homies and I would ask my homies and everyone was like, dude, that's...
So what is it like? What's the meaning behind it? What is it? Does it stand for anything or?
Legitimately speaking, like the word Magoo doesn't have a definition, but I do try to associate it with my branding, which I have a slogan that's made to conquer. So I really try to encourage and support other artists to pursue their dreams. That's like why we're here and why him and I like coexist,
coexisting.
you know, because he makes music and I make
signed.
clothes. Basically, yeah, it's like a two-way sponsorship.
Signed Magoo
you know?
artist.
I'm signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sponsored.
And that's how I like to do it. And I do it with a lot of other people too, like with skateboarders, painters.
Yeah, I see the
models,
Yeah, I see.
whatever.
I was looking at the Instagram. I see a lot of bad females on there. It all started in high school, and did it pick up like a lot of traction? Like a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted shirts. The thing is that like when I first released it, I came out with 300 shirts, and that's a lot of shirts. it was like 5 different designs.
That weight.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
not
It was
weight.
weight. So it was selling, but then after like a few months, it stopped. And I wasn't trying to sell. Because I was selling in my high school, and there's only so many people. You know, you got to start getting out. Dude, my shirts were sitting in my closet for like about a year and a half until I was like, if I really want to continue this, like I need to tighten up, you know, I need to start strategizing.
Salesperson. You gotta be a salesperson.
And that's what I became. So I started reaching out to a bunch of people all over.
For the most part, was it you just going out by yourself?
Yeah, people would help me. Don't get me wrong.
Went to like events. Sometimes.
Yeah, we went events where people come and play music, and you could set up stands and
sell stuff. Yeah, there was like Bang too, like Bang Girls, like the energy drink.
Yeah,
just a bunch of people just selling stuff.
Yeah, there's like a picture up on my Instagram where we're all rocking Magoo.
Yeah, we're rocking
and then
with
we're
the
like
Bang
with the
Girls.
Bang Girls, and we have bangs. And the caption is like Magoo bangs.
That's slick.
So yeah, that we've gotten out that way, and just also through social media.
All your people is through socials?
Yeah, just about. I like ignite the connection through social media. But then I actually start to try to build a relationship with these people. When I go and see them and deliver, like, if they skate, we'll pop out and skate with them, you know? And even, like, with the venues, like, you have to be present, not just virtually, but in the real world. Oh, yeah. So going out there definitely helped us meet a lot of artists. Right. Which
like Sage the band and stuff.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is it, do you like to keep it based around music?
Originally, it was like a skateboarding brand, you know? Because those were a lot of the people I knew. Right. But now I kind of just like to call it streetwear. Because
anybody that's influential type stuff.
Exactly.
Anyone that's like a creative is like what it's like boosting up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I like. I don't really like to narrow my niche. Right. I like to
keep it broad.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the beginning, it was skateboarders, though.
Yeah.
Skatewear.
And now...
like a Thrasher type of thing.
Yeah.
You guys skate?
I don't. I would, cruise in the longboard. Yeah. I was a cruiser. Okay.
Yeah.
But he skates.
I'll pop out with my brother to skate parks. And
what I like about what you said was you like to build, like, a personal connection. Yeah. You're not just a come and go, like, yo, buy my shirt. Okay, I'll give you money.
No,
but that you make the money worth. Like, yo, okay, once you're in it, once you're repping my stuff, it's a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like to build.
It's a community.
Exactly to build
a
community.
That's exactly what it is. Like, the other day, so at Rollins, they have their own radio station.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like local artists can actually send in their music. So a bunch of people that I've met through venues and just that I know that make music, like, I was hitting them up yesterday, like, yo, there's this radio station, I could like help you get on it. And some of them haven't bought a shirt, some of them have, you know, but it just goes back to what you were saying, that relationship, it's really important, like building that community. Yeah. It's huge because I don't want it, like, the thing with branding is that like people like to buy from people, you know, people don't like to buy from companies, let's say. Yeah. So it's like I really try to be there.
Emotion.
Yeah.
Too. Like
exactly.
Emotion is everything.
So if they see that like I'm fucking with them,
support
odds
is
are gonna
free.
be that they're gonna fuck with me, you know?
Yeah. You give out selfless respect, even if they don't buy a shirt.
Yeah, I'll still try and help them out, dude.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I respect that a lot from you.
Thank
it's all
you,
about
man.
the community.
Exactly.
You gotta like if you help people around you, you literally boost up your value around town.
Oh yeah.
Like you're boosting everything. It's not even about like just.
Yeah, that's what people like nowadays. Is they like feeling like being a part of something, and especially something like a positive that you stand for, just putting people on and, you know, helping underground people or people that, you know, they have game and they have, you know, the work ethic and they just need eyeballs on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you provide that, that's really good.
Yeah, I try, man. I try. Yeah. Especially because, like, you've seen the Instagram page. It's not, like, huge yet, you know? But I do have somewhat connections that I could hook people up with, you know, to help them get exposure.
Do you personally, like, hand make it, or are you talking about Columbia and...
Yeah. I don't make it myself. I have, like, an asset out there with a factory. Right. So I tell them what type of fabric I want, the measurements of the shirts. I send them the graphic design. Okay. I tell them how I wanted it printed, and then they just manufacture it. Exactly.
Okay.
So they actually piece it together. I'm just like the creative director of it.
Order wise and stuff, like how do you coordinate that, and how do you get right from Columbia or from their spot to the people that you need to get it to?
So you do drop shipping, right? I have inventory. So I'm like getting us like, all right, so with this last collection that I just released, I made 2 designs and 30 shirts of each. So like 16 total. Then they get shipped over here through like USPS, you know? And then they arrive at my house, I count the inventory, and then I recently just put up a website. So, and then I get an order, I go to the post office, I ship it out. And I'm doing curbside too now.
Curbside.
So, curbside, like,
how does that work?
I'm kind of just trapping out the crib. You know? Yeah. So, like, people who live close and don't want to pay for shipping, they could just pull up, like, if it's a store, and then we could chill, we could chat. Right. And then I give them the shirt.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, man. So that's kind of how I'm going about it. It's been working so far. The
We
website's
need to get in
definitely helped.
stores.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
way.
dude.
Anything with
That's
foot traffic.
huge.
That's one of your goals with
Oh
this?
yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of local shops in Orlando too.
Oh, yeah, especially in Orlando.
Like skateboarding shops. I feel like that's one of the best places I could put one. Like Teasin.
Zoomies.
But that's more like a franchise. Like there's this place called Galactic Skate Shop, and it's like a local store.
Yeah.
And then there's like other places that I've just seen. There's like Plus.
Have you ever thought about athletes and stuff, like pro players? They ship it out to, I think, like their managers or something, or somebody that knows of them.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, if, he wears it, you send it out for free, no charge.
Right.
But just a picture of them wearing it.
Right.
Like, have you ever thought about that? Like,
Yeah, like using influencers?
Yeah.
100%. I've tried. Oh, dude, actually, I have like shirts in other states. So here's one example. Have you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Say it again. Who's it?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's a show.
No.
Okay, well, there's this actress on it. I think her name is like Cheryl Kennedy. I don't know if that's her last name. I know she's married to a Kennedy. My friend is related to her, so I was able to ship a shirt out to that actress, and then they like posted it. So yes,
Really?
moral of the story, I do try,
Right.
but it's not very effective when I've practiced it.
Right.
So now it's just like dude, I've told a lot of people this. Everyone's shooting for like those stars. Everyone wants Kanye to wear their shit. Everyone wants popular people to wear their merch. It's like, I guess the way I'm going about it is like, stoop a little lower. The way I'm looking at it is like, in order to actually build community, like go for the masses. Right. That way, like people, like everyday people see it. Right. And then it starts to blow up. And then someone special gets to see it.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it.
It might take longer.
Yes, but it's that foundation.
It's genuine.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. That's what I like about it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
for
it.
sure.
You gotta get a shirt, dude.
Dude, I know. I need
I'll cop something too, bro. I might snag this hoodie.
Don't cap. These boys, they come in here, we're chopping it up a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, you guys can check out the lettering and check it out, and then before you know it, I just see them put them on. So what are some goals for you to finish out the rest of this year?
Yeah, sell out the collection I just released.
Okay.
So I got like 17 shirts left in total. I want to get them out by at least December, or at most, I guess. So then I could get some new stuff in. Like I'm trying to drop hoodies, dude.
You haven't dropped hoodies?
Not yet.
So is it just t-shirts?
So far,
Right now?
Yeah, but the first collection was 5 t-shirts. This time I dropped a long sleeve and a t-shirt. That's basically what I have released, but I have designs like set up for just about everything, like designs for shorts, hoodies, jackets, just different types of clothing, because that's huge. That's what I like about manufacturing in Colombia, that like I could make these prototypes how I want it. And it like when I first went out there, I realized that it was it's like a trial and error type thing. You make a shirt just to see what it's like. Oh, I don't like this about it. So then let's get real specific and see what's going to make it better. And that's why I said like I really I go in depth about like the measurements of the shirts and all that. No, I haven't released hoodies, but that's the next
For sure.
that's the next thing that's going to come out.
Usually, so when you get, say, a mass number, like you get 60 for one drop, right?
Well, I went a lot lower this time because those 300 shirts took so long to sell. So it's like, all right, let's let's drop the supply. Demand is already up. These will sell out.
Yeah.
You know, that was my way to go about it.
In the future, for 5 years from now, what are some, some things that you want for this mission, this brand, and as a collective, let's say for the next 5 years?
Yeah, I want it to be like an official corporation. Right. You know, I want to be able to make a living off of it. Right. So that's probably the goal. Right. You know, overall goal. Right. Like have employees and shit, you know. Oh, yeah. Make it cool. I don't know about a store yet.
In 5 years, you don't see yourself having a spot?
I've been thinking of it like one thing at a time. Plan for this next collection, sell out, repeat, and then just like keep on getting that guap to invest it back into the company. Yeah. But I was like trying to write a business plan. I never got to that 5-year point. Like I didn't finish it. So
for some people, just working and getting the stuff done and pushing, that's what they need rather than, because sometimes you put that goal and stuff and like it kind of scares you. Yeah, and then it slows down the process a little bit and they start second guessing and you're like, okay, well, maybe this flops and maybe I'm not into it as much. Once you set out goals. Setting out goals is good, but one drop at a time, one step at a time. That's a good underrated mindset to have. Yeah. For sure, especially with clothing and stuff. That's hard. Yeah. That's hard to do.
It is hard to do. I feel like you could always have that big goal. You just kind of got to break it down. Yeah. Break it down into smaller goals. Yeah, and then that just kind of goes back to what I was saying. It's like, I want this, but I need to do all of this before I actually get there. Right.
So what's one thing that you, as for you, or like as a company that like you need to work on?
That's a good question, man. It would be like having more of a knowledge on fashion. Fashion? Yeah. Because like right now, I think I make cool designs. You think I make cool designs? Have you seen my designs? You like them? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm really focused on like making graphics right now, but I know that the more the company advances, the more diverse of products I need to have. Yeah. So it's like actually making jackets, making like pants, beanies, hats. That's something that I need to start putting my mind to rather than just releasing graphic tees.
Like you said, you wanted to be a brand. You wanted to compete with Nike and Under Armour, and you want to be as its own name.
Yeah, what's funny is that like that's what I don't really look at like other local brands as competition.
Yeah, neither do I.
Not to sound like a dickhead or anything. No, yeah.
I'm the same way. I want, you want the name to ring with those big dogs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, because if you're looking at these locals, you're going to be like, oh, I'm beating him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing good. Nah, bro. You got to be looking up here, like, at these competitors. And like, all right, I'm not doing that good. But I don't know. It's just, it depends how you want to look at it.
Right, yeah. So let's say on like a drop day, like you put out a collection, what does your day look like start to finish? When you wake up, you're like, okay, it's drop day, we got a certain time that stuff's coming out. What is your day looking like?
So with this last one, I kind of had a plan for it. I built the website. I needed product photos. I hit up Michael. I was like, let's do this. We got the product photos. That day basically just consisted of like touching up the website and adding all my accounts so that like the money is funded back into my bank accounts. Okay. And then I posted it. I posted on social media, like shirts out now. I not like email marketing, but like using Snap and DMs and all that. Like send everyone the post, like, yo, shirts are out. Right. And then a lot of it is just like virtual marketing. Okay. And then that entire week it's like me telling people. And then just like letting the orders go through. Yeah, like that's something that I've noticed that has been getting me getting the brand a lot of attention is like that sending people the post. Yeah. Although I like used to think that shit was annoying when like personal people would be like, new post, go like. Yeah. But it's different.
It gets to you. Yeah. Yeah. Whenever I say, I'm like, okay, he's been bugging me for a while. I will. Let me see what this is about. Yeah.
Definitely. It could definitely work out that way. Yeah. So that's kind of how the last one went.
You have a TikTok?
I do. I don't use it though. I don't use it. It's
a hard market. It's hard, especially now. There's so many competitive other brands and stuff, and people.
But it's way easier to blow up. Like, it's way easier to get eyes on. You'll just pop up on anyone around you's For You page.
Yeah, those are the eyes are.
Timeline, their For You page.
Especially now, it's like that's what people are doing. Like in their free time, they don't got anything going on. They're swiping.
And their eyes are just
100%.
Yeah, and that's free eyeballs. That's free traction. That's free it's like advice from a friend to a friend. Like you get like behind the scenes photos of like maybe you do a photo shoot. Just have somebody film like, yo, do you mind, when they're putting on the clothes, when they're taking it off, like getting that stuff.
Yeah, people love behind the scenes. Yeah, I heard something like that too. Like that's huge.
it brings them more into like what's happening.
Yeah. People just like to see that grind. I really think that's what it is.
People see you putting your best step forward.
Yeah.
They'll respect it and like, okay, he's trying to make something out of it.
Plus, it's like that's what they can relate to. Like, you could post a really cool picture, but not everyone's going to feel it. Now, if you post that really cool picture and then how you captured that picture, people are going to be like, that's dope.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's like,
happen.
That's what I would be doing, you know?
That's what would happen like when I would post like studios clips. I would like go to the gym and people would be like, I see you're in the studio. Are you like, I'm like, yeah, I just got out. And they're like, they'll see that you're putting work in.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
As long as you show people like what you're doing, like they'll keep you in mind.
That really attracts that respect too.
It means a lot more when it's a solo journey too. When you're doing it by yourself, like I see with.
But I mean, like you move big as a team.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone needs a
we
team.
have a bunch of people helping out, man. Like, at least me.
Teamwork.
He's making music.
Teamwork
so it's
will
a
roll
little
you.
different. But
That's good. I will say right now, for me, I'm a one-man journey. I don't have anybody.
no, I feel.
Yeah.
But
so,
that's what's cool about like podcasts. It can be that one man journey. Yeah. You know, you just gotta have the like equipment. You know, nice setup.
yeah,
And,
for
like
sure.
you got it
But
going,
even Joe
man.
Rogan has his Jamie.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm waiting on the right person, right time, Somebody that gets me, somebody that can see whatever vision I have and they can
Sounds like you want a relationship.
Hey, dude, sometimes that could be it. Sometimes if you gotta. Nah, hold on. This guy hates relationships, dude. It's so funny.
What, you don't like girls?
No, I love girls.
What do you mean you don't like relationships? You don't mean like deep relationships, like you want to settle down?
Being committed right now is like weird because like we're really young. We don't even know who we are at this point, and to like give you like I was in a high school relationship like my whole life. Or my whole high school.
Right.
My whole high school. I was with her for 3 years. So and then like I noticed like what giving like your time to a person is. Like I realized the value of time after that.
Time's money.
Time is money that you cannot waste. Like time has like literally changed running like this every single second. Yeah. So when you're like in a relationship, I noticed that like half the time you're like bullying it. Not to like hate on any relationship.
What do you mean by that?
Like you'll be like laying down
back,
watching Netflix like for like 4 days of the week straight. Or like you're going out and like buying food and like wasting change. Oh, yeah. It's like you okay, I mean like not to say like every relationship's like that because like you can get in a good relationship and like coexist well. Yeah. Like that person can make you a better version of yourself.
But a lot of them, yeah. That's like the goal. That's the goal of a relationship. That's what it should be. Yeah. But most of the time like we're like young kids, like I don't even think you should I think you should settle down like mid-20s maybe. But at the same time I don't want you to grow up mid-20s and now you're like online dating on Tinder because you can't find anyone. Because that sounds lonely too, Yeah. But at the same time like
it's just
we're
focusing,
animals.
Man. It's about focusing. And I think that's the huge thing why he doesn't fuck with it because
it focus.
It could be a distraction. It could definitely be a distraction, 100%. But I also, bro, like you said, you want someone to see your vision.
Yeah, see eye to eye.
Sometimes, like, not always, but a girl could do that for you. Yeah. Like, girls have insight that is helpful.
And they have a different perspective that you're like, oh, snap, I did not think of it that way.
People are like, I'm going to get in this relationship and like the goal is marriage, but like, you're going to cut yourself off from meeting so many people and like learning so many new experiences from other people because you're tied up with this, like tied up in this commitment. like there's so many opportunities that will just like fly out the door, you know? And like to have that when you're young is just like not it.
That's a very good point.
Your body was naturally made to be in love with someone for your whole life. Cause like naturally speaking, we're not. Like that's why divorces happen. Like 50% of marriages end in divorce.
The only person that you should love your whole life is yourself.
Most people don't even love themselves, and they're out here looking for a relationship. And that's what'll fuck them up like hardcore. Like then you won't be okay with like being with yourself. And then when you lose that person, that's what like makes heartbreak so like crazy.
We talked about this literally last one with my last guest. If you don't, it's a waste of time. You're wasting the other person's time. You're wasting your time. If you don't like yourself, then
you can't like someone else.
Yeah, how can you like somebody else? How can you put time and give, emotions to somebody else? That's wasting that girl's time. That's wasting your time. So then you just need to go back.
But at the same time, like there's a bunch of perspectives. Like people are sick, like super sick. Like,
You just become dependent, bro.
you become dependent, and you know that you don't really need them.
It's like an addiction.
But you're like, I don't.
It is like an addiction. It is, yeah.
It goes back to what you were saying too, like loving yourself. Because like if you do love yourself and you're in a relationship, you're not gonna be halted. Like, you can be, but him and I get into this argument all the time, dude. Like, I feel like you could still be productive with a girl.
I think
have
you
a
can
girl,
too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like,
I think you
I'm
can
still
too.
out here working. Yeah. Like, we're here right now, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that's facts.
girls just stay the night, and I'm like, yo, I gotta go. You gotta go. Like, And like, I'm still out here doing it. So that's why I brought up like,
No, yeah. But
can
like
have-
it
you
gets
can
in the
find that
way.
I like doing me first. I like getting my stuff done.
Done, right?
And I don't go out of my way. You got to show me that you like me. Then once I get that validation, like, okay, you're digging me, then I'll give an effort. But other than that, I don't waste time.
Really? I don't know.
he doesn't like that. I think that's
Looking
fine.
girl, I do shoot my shot.
You be shooting? You a shooter?
You have to. On and off the court, you got
On
to.
and off the court. Stop
You
playing.
have
Stop playing.
to. You have to, yeah.
Man, I'll lock you up. I'm kidding.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I'll lock you up.
Lock me up? Oh, man.
No, I'm kidding. I don't be hooping like that. I hoop, but not like that. I know you be hooping.
No, but yeah, it's
It's a weird concept of a relationship. I just think that like you got to be focused and you got to have good time management. Yeah. And like if you want to have a relationship, then go for it.
if I'm gonna better myself out of this, like if she's gonna push me and she's gonna, make me a better person, for you putting out more music, making the right type of music.
Yeah, get like girls will like motivate me for music. Like all the bangers, all like my top songs are like written about girls.
Really?
Like written about situations.
Yeah.
So you get hurt on purpose just to
Dude,
make music.
it's like I go like to my anxious place to get good music.
This will be a fun one for you. Have you ever written a song about a girl and the girl knows it's about her?
Yeah, I've written a few songs.
Like,
about-
and they know directly, like, oh, that's about me.
Yeah, my first song was about a girl like that like did me wrong. I just got out of my 3-year relationship.
3 years, oh wow.
Yeah, and she was like my friend, so like we were like, I don't know, she was just there for me while I was like going through my heartbreak. Okay. And we just got close. And she was like, she had ex problems. Okay. And we did stuff, and then she got back with her ex. And then like I was like, that sucks. And then I wrote a song about it. And then it was just about how like she told me how I wouldn't get a chance because she still has a man.
I'm holding your hand. Something like that. Holding your hand, asking you if I could be your man. Something, but you said it's not part of the plan.
I was listening to, what was I listening to?
He's in a foreign.
I think it was Foreign.
Probably was.
I think it was. Your
Foreign go
flow.
hard. I created Foreign at the house. I heard the beat. Shout out to Donnie Katana, the producer that made that beat. I mean, like, I made it at my house and I kept it in the vault, like, for a while. And then I went to a studio to have an engineer on it so I could get all my, like, levels right. And I made it and I held on to it for a long time. And I showed my friends and my friends were like, you need to drop this song. Like, this song needs a music video. You need to do this, and that.
When did you get started in?
And music?
Yeah.
So, like, my first passion was, like, soccer. But I stopped playing, like, my freshman year of high school. Right. But it was like an all life thing. And after like that, I was like looking for a new passion. And I always like liked music, and I was hanging with my sister's friends, and I got introduced to freestyling. And like I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Right. Like everyone's like hopping on the beat, we're just playing beats and just like jamming out. Right. And I would never hop on it. I would just listen because I like didn't know how to like put my words together. Right. But when like I got introduced to that, like behind closed doors, I would put beats on and I would like start practicing and stuff. And I had this notebook and I'd write like a bunch of words that like rhyme with each other and just look at these words and like make sentences out of them. That's how I would like just practice like having flow. Like it doesn't matter if you have bars and stuff. Like if you're not catchy, no one's gonna listen to your stuff. You need to like make people move. So in the beginning it was all about like catching flows and like being able to like keep something going, rotating. And then I started like writing songs little by little verses every now and then.
So when you got introduced to freestyling, what age were you at?
I was
like about.
I was in 8th grade. I loved music, just like not making it. Right. Then I like started getting into it, practicing and getting good like 9th grade, 10th grade. And then that's when me and Jacobo started getting close. Right. And we would literally like sit outside and just like put beats on and like have freestyle sessions. Like just hang out, start rapping.
Do it till this day.
We do it till this day.
I gotta see that in action.
It's fun.
Put a beat on.
Ooh, snap! Not on the podcast, but I'm good. Not right now. But do you still look for like that catchy feel, or do you look for just barring up people?
Definitely like on this rock star vibe. Right. I've been like mixing bars in, but like definitely not like how I used to. Like people will come up to me, they're like, we need the old people back. Because if you listen to like my old music, it's just like straight bars and stuff.
Right. You heard the hunger in your voice.
Like I was hurt and hungry. Like I was going through my heartbreak and like I was like having therapy sessions. I was like elevating. Like this is like my whole come up. I was like reading books. I was reading self-help books. Right. And like I was just elevating as a human. Mm-hmm. And that's what like sparked the fire in me. But then like I started going to the studio, and it's called JICA Creative. It's in Lake Mary, and I get like 4 hours each day, but I'll go in there like 3-4 times a week, locking in the studio. And like all that studio time kind of like killed my song writing. Like I would have so much studio time, I'd like go in there and have fun. But like I took this month off so I could like focus on writing and have lyrical stuff, because like I'm trying to make timeless music at the end of the day, you know.
Music that ages like fine wine,
you know. Because like if you just have catchy stuff that doesn't mean anything, like over time it will wear off. But I'm just having fun with it right now, and it's working. Like everyone's vibing with my stuff.
So like, what's a day look like for you right now? Like what's time from start to finish with a 4-hour studio time session? You know what? So and with school and stuff.
I try to like keep my studio sessions out of school, or like not on what's it called? Not on campus days. I go to class Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Sadly, I would like stay away from those days. Plus, I like go out almost every weekend. Right. Sadly, I say that with regret because it takes my time. But if I'll book a studio session like on a Wednesday. I'm a night owl. I'm literally up all through the night. I'll go to bed when the sun comes up most of the time. My studio is open 24 hours, so whenever you want, you go in. But it's like 4-hour blocks. So 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., 8 p.m. to 12, 12 to 4 a.m. Right. So I like the 12 to 4 a.m.s because like that's like my peak of when I'm awake. Yeah. But I'll take like 4 to 8s, 8 to 12s. Okay. And I'll go in there. Hopefully I have a song written. And I'm in there for 4 hours with.
Is it just you, or is it?
No, so my engineer, like I have to lock in with the engineer because like the booth is in a separate room from where the computer is. Right. So the engineer's there sitting there. So I like hop around from like 4 engineers because that studio has 10. They're called Jared, Essence, Anna, or Angie are like my main picks.
Oh wait, those are just their names?
That's their names, yeah.
Bro, I don't know why I was thinking like genres. I'm like, what the heck?
They're my engineers at JICA. They're the ones that do all the magic and editing behind all my music. Okay. So I'll lock in with them for 4 hours. We'll chop it up. I'll tell them my ideas. I go in there and try to make it happen, like try to execute on the microphone.
Before you go in there, do you have like
A routine.
no, not a routine, but a headspace of like recording?
So like I'll tell the engineer to like put the auto-tune all the way up to the max.
Okay.
And then I'll just start like humming.
Right.
And they'll be like, ooh. And it sounds really good on auto-tune.
Right.
And then like it will like start escalating and getting really louder. And then like it's like I get at this like zen point. A lot of the time like I'll hear a beat and add my oohs to them. Like if you listen
Like
to my
behind
music,
it, like underneath them.
yeah, and it sounds like it's part of the instrumental. So like I want to say like at least 40% of my songs have like these oohs and ums in the backgrounds.
Right.
And like that's me warming up to like get in that headspace. Like I'll tell my engineers like I'm not in my bubble, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna let you roll. And then they'll like hear me humming in the background and stuff. And it's me like meditating almost. And that's how I get in the headspace.
Yeah. So you're humming, then it kind of warms up your voice a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a Kid Cudi thing.
Yeah. How long does it take for you to like before you start saying some words? Like how long are you in that like that space for?
It depends. A lot of the time, like if I'm not in the headspace to record, I literally like leave the booth. Like I'll get out. Right. I'm like, I'm not in this bubble. I'll go get water, bathroom break, step outside. Okay. Like sometimes like we do recreational activities to spark up the imagination. Right. But no, I just try to stay in the headspace. I normally try to get in there beforehand. I'm on the car, like playing the beat, singing to myself, trying to get my voice right, trying to figure out like what ad-libs I want to put in. Cause like I'm always layering everything out, but that's the routine. Half the time, like I'll build my songs at home since I have a home studio. So like I'll build my songs at night. It's like no one's awake. I'm blasting music. I don't have neighbors. So like I'm blaring music like 4 a.m, bumping. Like my parents are just sleeping. I make the songs, go to the studio, make the vision happen. Execution is key, you know, like you could have all the bars in the world, but if you don't know how to like work around a microphone, it's like trying to play an instrument you don't know. Your voice is an instrument at the end of the day. Like you could have these visions and no one won't come out. And especially like if you have a bad engineer, like
oh, dude, we had a bad engineer once.
It'll be bad. It's like you'll start recording and your voice is like shifting and stuff, and it's like not even you. Yeah, engineers are key to make you sound good because like there's so many effects to put on your voice.
And to have somebody that you know can feed off your rhythm and feed off of what.
If you're not vibing with your engineer, like you're not gonna get a good idea out.
For sure.
You have to like be both in there.
You're talking about instruments. Do you know how to play any instruments?
I was in band in middle school, all of middle school. I started off with the clarinet.
Squidward.
Squidward vibes. I was a Squidward 6th grade. And then like I was like, I don't like the clarinet. So I moved on to the tuba. Played tuba for 2 years. Yeah. I was just like blowing all up in there and
Pause.
blowing all up in that tuba. And then like I've always played piano like throughout my whole life. I don't know how to read the music, but like I have music theory with the piano. So you give me some time, I'll play whatever song you want.
Right. Have you ever used instruments in
my
any
music?
Of your songs?
I've only implemented like digital instruments, so like adding into beats. I've never like pulled out an instrument and done it on the mic. Okay. But I mean, I've had some engineers try, but they're all in the vault. We have a big like 200 song vault.
I don't understand that. Like vault. I feel like artists and rappers, they feel like they have so much power over the world when they have so much stuff in the vault, or stuff like in the archives, and then they just have the utmost confidence to say, yeah, I don't plan on dropping it.
It's because it's tough, dude. Like as like an artist, you'll get so many ideas and you'll just rack up these ideas, and your brain will go to another one that's like hot. And you're like, I need to get in this one because I'm in this time frame now. And let's say like you try to build a song and then you don't finish it, and then you try to come back to it and you're not in the same bubble. Right. And then your voice doesn't sound the same and it's not coming out how you want it. Right. So like you'll have insane ideas in the vault that are just like diamonds that are like not cut.
That's a great way to put it. What is it for you? Obviously, you were just explaining like which ones like you feel like are the right ones and you want people to hear. But like, what are some things that you take into like consideration of like you actually putting out and like having people listen?
I'll normally like send my leaks to my close friends. I'm like, let me know. Like, tell me how you feel about this. And then if it's bumping, it's bumping. Like, I'll have my friends, like, my close friend Jasper will get a leak and, like, post it on his Instagram. And then people will, like, DM me, like, yo, I need this song. Can I please get the leaks? And I'll be like, I'm dropping this week. And, like, I don't drop.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah, but I need to drop because I'm slacking. I have a lot of content. I just need to put it out there. I need to get a music video. I need to get visuals. I need to get eyes because, like I'm putting work in. Like, I'm putting hella work in. I'm in that studio too many hours. Like, I'm almost top client type shit. I'm literally in there all day.
You ever fallen asleep in the studio?
Yes, dude. Like,
That's what I'm talking about.
I've literally slept in the studio. Like, I don't even know. It's a lifestyle almost. There has to be a balance. Like, I feel like you can't live in the studio because you need to live outside to create content. Like, you start singing and rapping about what you see. That's why, like, a lot of my songs are, like, about girls, I guess, because I want to, like, talk about what I've experienced.
You don't want that space to be, like, in a way, like, oversaturated. Like, you're always there, and yeah.
I got to keep it a special place. So, like, right now, my membership ended because it's a membership program. I'll get, like, 4 hours each day per month. So my membership ended, and I said I wasn't going to go back until I finished writing 5 songs.
So who are some people that, you know, you look up to?
I got no role models like J. Cole. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I am a huge Cardi fan, Playboi Cardi. Okay. A lot of my beats are, like, revolved around his, like, style, I guess. So I think he's, like, he definitely influences me on, like, how I feel, because a lot of the time, like, I'll just put Playboi Carti to put me on a mood, and I'll use music, like, as a mood changer. So I'll put, like, Carti as one of my influencers.
Was that when you were growing up, or is that just now? Even when you were just starting out? And
Yeah, when I was listening to Carti for a while.
Okay.
Like SoundCloud Carti. Yeah.
That's a different breed.
It is a different breed.
It is a different breed.
It's so different now, dude.
We just went to his concert.
So
I just saw that. I saw that he was in Orlando.
Yeah.
But there was, like, no seats. It was just, like, an open area.
It's outside because you're raging. Like, there's
Dude, there were mosh pits. Like,
You're not-
So both of you guys went?
yeah.
Us two, my brother and my girl.
That's lit.
Dude, we literally had to run out, dude. Like, my girl wasn't able to handle it. Like, she got scared, dude.
Really?
And then everyone was pushing in. And then she's like, oh my gosh.
Right.
And then, like, we're trying to make a barricade. But it's so many people moving around, dude, that we just, like, we're getting caved in.
Dude,
So
I
we had
was,
to
like,
turn
standing in the air. Like, I was, like, my feet weren't touching the ground. And I was, like, holding another guy. And my back's, like, against someone else. And I'm, like, floating like this. And, like, Playboi
It's
Carti
intense.
wasn't even out. It was Rico Nasty,
Yeah.
some girl rapper. And, like, they're going crazy over here. And I'm just, like in the front. Dude,
Dude, we
it
had to
was
push
bad.
our way out of there.
We had to, like, get out. I turned around
Yeah.
and, like, Jacob's gone and everyone else is gone.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like, by myself
I
in a
literally-
war zone.
I had to grab this kid and just, like, use him as a shield. And
You
I
just grab him by his
I, like,
shirt?
grabbed my girl's hand. I grabbed this kid and just start moving. And this kid's like, oh my gosh, Playboy. And I'm just like, move the fuck out of the way. We're getting out. Bro, yelling. Like, and then I just shoved this kid out of the way and he, like, falls into another people. And I'm just pushing through, like, splitting people in half, you know,
But when
dividing
Playboi
them.
Carti came out, I was back in there. Like, I
Yeah, they went back in because that's lit. But I stayed
Bro,
out back.
It was
because of
deep.
my girl.
Like it was a tornado in there.
There's no. So was there any, like, seats, like, on the side?
seats.
of
No,
the-
yeah,
it
no,
was
just
flat,
standing,
like,
all standing.
playground, like.
Yeah.
No seats.
It's like a big ass field. And then
Playboi
I
Carti was
caught,
like,
a
open that
stage.
shit up. And everyone's, like, opening up,
Yeah.
like, a circle. And just an open circle. Beat drops, everyone's, like, in there punching and shit.
Yeah. He'll be like, push. And then they just yell. It was,
Waves,
dude.
dude.
It was crazy. It was just intense.
It was intense. He's not an artist, but, like, Israel Adesanya, like, the fighter, he's a big inspiration. I don't know why, like, he makes me feel powerful.
Wait, what's his name?
Israel Adesanya.
What
He
what
fights
nationality is he?
He's Nigerian. He fights in the UFC. He's a middleweight champion. Okay. So he's just, like, I don't know. I think he's very inspirational. He has, like, an insane kickboxing career. I, like, love MMA. he had like a 98-4 kickboxing record, which is like literally insane. Yeah. And then he got invited into the UFC and like proved everyone wrong. Everyone thought that a kickboxer wouldn't be able to become a champion because like he was skinny and long, and if you're in the UFC, you could easily get taken down and be held down.
But he held his own. More than held his own.
Yeah, and became a champion, and like his whole like run up was really inspiring. Like I saw it, and
He
inspiration.
runs in though and then does like a Chidori thing.
Yeah, he's a nerd. He's a nerd. He does like a bunch of anime stuff for his
I
fights.
think I've seen some clips of him.
Yeah, he's like tall and black. He has a tattoo.
Yeah, and he would get I think there's one clip of him getting matched up, before the fight. And like he did some like
He's like this.
Yeah. And it was like he's like, yeah, I love that stuff because like that's from an anime show.
Anime.
It was like a
from
scene.
Naruto.
And he's like, it's crazy how the other dude like stood
Did
the way
same
that
scene,
the character.
Yeah. It was Gaara versus Rock Lee.
There was
They
that
did
one?
the same stance as Gaara and
No
Rock Lee.
way,
He
bro.
went like this, and that's Rock Lee.
Yeah.
And the other guy, what's his name? He's
Okay, so now I know who you're talking
like this.
Are they both
Him.
fans or like it just was a
No,
coincidence?
he did it by accident, but
No
but
way.
Israel Adesanya did it for. He was like this, and that's how Gaara stands.
Yo, that's dope, dude.
But he's a big inspiration just because like I saw him like achieve greatness like in front of me type shit.
Yeah.
So that definitely like inspired me, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I inspire myself a lot. Like anything I said I do, I've done. So I like try to hold myself to those words.
That's the best motivation.
Yeah, as long like once you see yourself like making the right moves, like you create habits to do good things. Yeah. So I like to motivate. If I motivate myself, then like that's a self-charging battery type of thing.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah,
That was well said. Self-charging battery.
self-charging battery. That's
good.
solar power type stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Do you guys know what a life mantra is?
Isn't that like a saying, like a life saying? Like
So yeah, it's either a quote or something that like you like to live your life by. Like something that you like to go by, a motivational quote or something that, a saying that you like to represent with and like you like to go by with. So we'll start off with Jacob. Can you think of one?
Made to conquer.
That's the only one you need. Yeah. If you said anything else, I would have been a little questionable. Yeah.
No, that's the route, man. That's how you
Made
gotta
to
live.
conquer.
Yeah,
For sure.
totally.
That's what's up.
Mine's focus. Literally the word focus.
Just focus.
Yeah, my mom like implanted me that. She would grab me and like hold me and look at me in my eyes and say, "Focus."
Since you were young.
Yeah,
You're a
and
baby.
I have like a whiteboard in my studio, and she would write it down.
Right.
And she was just like always like subconsciously like put in these messages, but the main one was just stay on track and focus. Every time I see that word, it's like my mom grabbing me by my shoulders and saying, "Focus, like you got this." Yeah, my mom like definitely like created a good head on my shoulders.
Your family really supportive with your music?
Yeah, my parents love my shit. They've like literally funded a lot of it too. They've helped me pay. I mean, like I've paid most of it, but like they've definitely helped out. And my mom like sends a bunch of stuff to her family and stuff, and just try to market me. And my mom's like always trying to find the next step for me, but we're just rolling.
The floor is yours here on out. If you guys want to say anything to anybody listening to this point, any advice to those, any upcoming rappers or rappers that are struggling, trying to fine-tune stuff or trying to figure things out, or anybody that's, trying to start a clothing company like you are and get things rolling. And if they have any fear about anything, could you we'll go one by one, any motivation or any last words to those people, and then we'll wrap this up.
Just do it, man.
Just do it like Nike.
Just hate to use that, but like do what you say you're gonna do. Quit waiting around. Just kind of get onto it.
So
Focus
what about for those that like it's really hard to do, like they have no support and they don't have the strength to, just do it.
It's not for everyone too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like
You gotta be willing. You gotta be that person. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone's made to be an influencer. Like some people are just made to like be doing their things. You know, like not to like wish anyone downfall in their dreams or anything. But you have to have the brain for it. You have to be the person for it.
Yeah.
And if you want to be that person, just like change
Work.
your habits. I think that's something that's huge. I think like most people get sad because they don't do something they say they're gonna do. It's like just kind of take it step by step. Start practicing the things you need to practice, and then you'll get better at it.
Yeah.
You really
Time
will.
management.
Yeah.
So what about for you for rappers? If you got, you know, youngsters or people that, you know.
Well, I mean, like, if you want to rap, you got to rap, you know? A lot of people will come up to me and be like, let's make a song, or let me go to the studio. I mean, like, if you want to do this music stuff, like, you got to put your neck out on a limb, you know? Nothing comes without risk. So it's kind of like gambling. If you really want to do it, you got to, like, put your head out there, talk to the right people, make your own studio. Like, you got to find a way to make it happen, especially if you, like, don't have serious income, can't get studio time, can't get engineers. Got to learn how to move it yourself. I know I have a friend that, like, made his first song on his phone, and it was, like, banging, you know? Like, there's always a way to do it. If you really want to do it, you got to put that work in. And there's always someone working while you're not. So if you want to, like, get ahead, then you better use your time wisely, because there's other people that are getting ahead while you're, like, sitting on your butt. Yeah. But, like, promote yourself is the main goal with artists and, like, anyone that's trying to do anything. So I guess if I were to give advice, it's just promote yourself and, like, be a valuable product. Like, don't don't try to, like, release things that you're not willing to promote, because everything you release describes who you are.
Yeah, you're the biggest fan of yourself.
Exactly.
If you don't like the song yourself, how are you going to make other people
bop to it? You can't. So that, and just, like, once you create something that you like and something that you think other people will like, then promote it.
That's some motivation for you guys. It was good that you guys have different backgrounds and you guys have different passions, especially with rapping and clothing. I think you guys gel really good together, and you guys got a bond that has started since middle school.
Yeah, like, if I find anything that
I literally
know
shout
could
out
benefit
Magoo
him.
on, like, a lot of my songs. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
he does.
MAGOO.
That's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll be putting it in, like, it's a coexisting thing.
Yeah. And I'll try to push him. You know, I'll be like,
Yeah, like,
bro, there's these
repost my
things,
stuff and
that
stuff.
too.
Like, we all do what we can. Support is free.
Yeah.
Support is
There it
everything.
is. That is a fact. If you were to take anything from this podcast, what he just says, support is free. Because I know people that they don't have this. They don't have somebody that supports each other. And I have those people back where I'm from. But if for anybody's listening that, you know, you're a lone ranger, you got a vision, you got a dream, you got something that you want to, it has to come from within. You got to do it from yourself, because nobody's going to give you handouts. Nobody's going to tell you, yo, you have to do this, this, and this, and it's going to work and you'll be good. You got to try stuff out. You got to try everything, and you do it your own way. And
Don't be discouraged either when something fails. Like,
Failure is a lesson.
yeah, literally.
Losses are
You
lessons.
learn from it, you move on, and then you do better.
That's one of my bars. I turn my losses into lessons.
Oh, yeah.
good people will find you, and it'll be the right motivation for you, the right support, and they'll see eye to eye with you. So just within due time, things will fall in line, things will fall in place. And if it's really hard for you now, you just gotta keep pushing through.
Coexist with everyone. Be, like, helpful. Add
yeah,
value
dude.
to the people around you. That's what it's about.
It's not about you, man. It's about other people.
It's about us.
Yeah, it's about us, bro.
If you show that you're selfless and you put yourself, I see that with you guys. You put others in front of yourself, which I'm a big fan of. Anything else you guys want to say, or any questions for me before we wrap this up or we end this?
Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't. I am a single man.
Single Pringle? Ready to mingle?
We hit the pub.
I'm
We celebrate our first podcast together.
Oh my god. Bro, what we doing? We turning up. We turning up for the vlog,
I got
bro.
school tomorrow, bro. Fuck that shit.
Before I wrap this up,
Shout out to Instagram.
Yeah.
P-double-E to the B to the O to the double H. Peebo.
Right on. You could follow my personal, which is just Jacobo, so Jacob with an O at the end, pins on with 2 N's at the end, or go follow the brand.
Yep, I'm going to link everything, Peebo's music, Jacob's clothing brand. It's going to be all linked down there. If you're listening, I encourage you to watch it on YouTube because everything will be linked down below. This is the Hofacker Show. I got my boys Peebo and Jacob in here. I appreciate you guys not only taking the time and chopping it up with me, but also making the 30-minute drive to come and talk with me.
Definitely. Thanks for having us, dude.
Yeah.
Peace
So go check out Peebo's album.
Navajo. Out now.
All right, real quick, what does
that mean? Navajo was a language that a tribe used to use in America, and then we used it in World War I to speak with each other because the Russians were trying to like get into our comms, and they knew English. They had English translators. So each military base would have a Navajo speaker, and the Navajos would speak with each other for the military. That way, the Russians and the Chinese couldn't decrypt what we were saying. So it's a hidden language, and it's like a forgotten language. So that's why I named my album Navajo.
That is very cold.
It is very cold.
That is cold. That is tough.
Thank you. I put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, that's deep. That's good that it's got meaning behind it. But yeah, this concludes the episode with Jacob and Peebo. This is the Hofacker Show. If you guys are listening once again on Apple and Spotify Music, make sure you guys leave a review. And then if you guys are not subscribed here on the YouTube channel, if you're watching me virtually right here, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, smash the like button, and that's it.
Peace.
And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.